Taming the Demon by Almia Loveskiro. Chapter 25. To Interview 8. The blonde was pleased to see the melancholy begin to wear off the first year in the passing days, especially after the awards ceremony where said year took one of the two best running backs awards along with Rikyu. The fat ass took one of the best 5 offensive lineman awards, and Hiruma was oddly proud to see that Habashira had managed to snatch up a best linebacker from the Ojo-dominated defensive best 11. Shin easily took one of the other best linebacker awards, the third going to Kake, in addition to becoming the new Tokyo MVP. In the end, Hiruma didn't mind giving up best quarterback to Shien. After all, it wasn't like their battle was over. There was still the Kanto tournament to prepare for. The team was given a brief reprieve from training between the awards ceremony and the lottery drawing to relax a little. During said reprieve, many interesting things happened between the devil and his ace. Hiruma was officially introduced to Sena's parents as team captain, upperclassman, and friend. Mihei absolutely loved him, and the blonde had a feeling that as long as she did, Shuma would too. She let the boys go up to Sena's room only after requesting that the boys' door remain open at all times, which hadn't ever happened before, and fixing the blonde with a look that made him think, yes, a mother always knows. The brunette was also invited over to his captain's apartment for the first time. It was a simple 2-room place, which seemed to surprise the kid. He said something about towers, broken windows, and lightning, but the whole evening seemed to go over pretty well. Of course, the blonde wasn't sure. He wanted to know how Demon had managed to spike his drink with the tiniest bit of aphrodisiac without said blonde's notice. But the following activities made up for Mihei making them leave the bedroom door open. Before long, though, it was time for the Kanto tournament and lottery. Of course, no kind of relationship on Earth would save Sena from being late to the meeting point. Both he and the monkey suffered death by bazooka. But everyone was too excited for the tournament to care. After all, the lottery itself was a gathering of all the best players in the Kanto area. The lottery started almost immediately after Damon arrived. The fat ass was still nervously greeting his Taiyo counterpart, Banba. And first up was Tokyo, second place, Seibu. Rikyu drew the mini football with the number 2 on it, putting them in Block A. While the kids got all excited about this could possibly mean, which was nothing right now, Hiruma was almost instantly suspicious of the player who drew for the SIC, Saitama Ibaraki Chiba District Representative Hakushu. The teen had a slick air about him and had managed to take his number and ball all the way back to his table without anyone asking what number he drew. And then he approached Sena about trading places on the board. Of course, as the entire team had just been congratulating the brat on drawing a number in Block B, number 5, all of Damon rejected this idea, and the Hakushu student hastily backtracked. What was interesting was the moment Ojo drew a slot in the same Block B as Damon, Hakushu told Sena to forget the idea and promptly turned in his number. Upon return, Hakushu introduced himself as Marco, the suave and dangerous Italian man and quarterback for the Hakushu Dinosaurs. He offered both Sena and Monta colas as he made small talk about his actual name, Maruko Reiji, sounding too girly. Both kids had hung out with Hiruma for far too long to drink anything given to them by such a shady individual, though. Their conversation was cut short by the announcing of the Kanagawa representing and 9-time regional champions, the Shinryuji Naga. Please, please, please let the glint of recognition in Agon's eyes not be directed at Sena. Please. Nope! Agon and Sena had met before, and Agon clearly had not forgotten. Damn it! So the dread suddenly pitched his numbered ball at the kid's eye with enough force to smash the cola bottle in Marco's hand, which it did once Sena dodged. To make matters even more of a mess, the numbered ball that nearly blinded his ace was number 6. Damon's first match was against the undefeated Shinryuji Nagas. Against Agon. And it became even more of a disaster because as Agon once again weaseled his way out of trouble, again, Demon had surfaced. The only good thing about this situation was that everybody was so busy panicking about their first match that everybody missed the alternate persona. Needless to say, the team was suddenly much too restless to sit still for the rest of the lottery. They left quickly, and the blonde got Demon to explain how Agon knew him.
It was back during the spring tournament before I was rational. Do you remember taking us to the finals? I can't really remember why Momori and the original left, but we ran into Agon. He flirted with her, but she turned him down.
Hiruma figured Agon's reaction from that point.
The original didn't like that, so poof, out I come, and we have a miniature showdown. It wasn't long enough for anything to really happen, but I remember the feeling of him. Pure, unadulterated evil. Not for a purpose like you, not hungry like me. Just straight up, I'ma crush you into the dirt for no reason but wanting to. Evil.
Hiruma remembered that day, noting that Demon had come out for no apparent reason. He should have known the dreads had something to do with it.
Don't worry about us, Yuichi, we're okay. I'm really pissed right now, but we're okay.
The brunette gave his captain one of his cockier grins.
All it is one more reason to kill them, right?
The blonde grinned back, agreeing. Of course, that didn't mean he wasn't about to not declare war on Agon the next day, especially when an amateur reporter called to unknowingly give him the perfect opportunity. Almost nothing pissed Agon off more than his little dates being interrupted. If Hiruma was the type, he would have felt bad for the girl. She obviously had no idea whom she was dealing with prior to the blonde's arrival, and judging by how she was still in her seat with the two of them present, as opposed to running screaming for the hills, she still didn't have a clue. Not that it really mattered. She was a complete non-entity to Hiruma, sitting there clueless, an almost visible question mark above her head as the pair verbally dueled. There was little rhyme or reason behind Agon bringing up the past except to break Hiruma's composure, but everyone knows that psychological warfare is the blonde's favorite game. So back and forth they went, even as they answered her questions with their frighteningly similar yet clashing answers. Hiruma wanted to burst out laughing at the girlfriend question and seriously considered telling the truth. The kind that's obedient and male with a little multiple personality disorder thrown in to keep it entertaining. But figured Sena would want to be there for that, so settled for another truth. A girl I can use. Eventually, Agon got bored and left, but not before reminding Hiruma one more time that the dreads essentially got Karita kicked out of Shinryuji on purpose, because if there's one thing he hates, it's guys who need to put the effort in. Wait until he gets a load of Yukimitsu. There will be a show.